Hi, I'm Cairo, your Kristal AI virtual advisor. Welcome to Kristal Pulse for Friday, April 10th, 2026, your daily market intelligence simplified. Markets gave back some gains as geopolitical tensions continue to dominate. The S&P 500 rose 0.62% to 6,825, while the Nasdaq added 0.72% driven by AI semiconductor stocks. Oil remained volatile, settling at 95.92 US dollars per barrel on Middle East supply concerns. On the economic front, US jobless claims jumped to 219,000, while February inflation held at 2.8%, though this doesn't yet reflect the conflict's impact on energy prices. The bond market showed a clear split, with investors expecting near-term inflation pressures but remaining cautious on the longer-term outlook. This week's market leaders were dominated by AI infrastructure and tech giants. Amazon jumped 5.6% after CEO Andy Jassy revealed AWS's AI revenue hit a 15 billion US dollar annual run rate, well above the 10 billion consensus, with its custom chip business now running at 20 billion annually. SanDisk and Nebius both surged 9%, with SanDisk hitting all-time highs on Bernstein's bullish 1,250 US dollar price target driven by NAND memory strength, while Nebius led the AI infrastructure rotation. Marvell Technology climbed 4.8% on a Barclays upgrade highlighting explosive 65% plus growth in optical networking demand. Meanwhile, Meta rose 2.7% as its new Muse Spark AI model arrived ahead of schedule, reducing dependence on third-party providers. Today's chart reveals a historic divergence. Semiconductors are outperforming the S&P 500 by the widest margin ever recorded. Thursday's session exemplified this trend perfectly. AI chip makers surged while software stocks sold off on concerns that AI agent platforms could disrupt the entire infrastructure stack. This extreme outperformance suggests two key takeaways for investors. First, the market is pricing in sustained AI infrastructure demand, heavily favoring hardware over software. Second, such wide spreads historically precede either sector rotation or broader consolidation. Watch for volume patterns in semiconductor leaders and support levels in the S&P 500 to gauge whether this divergence continues or mean reverts. Looking ahead, geopolitical risks remain front and center. On Saturday, U.S. and Iranian delegations hold direct talks in Islamabad, aiming for a permanent ceasefire. Tuesday brings Israel-Lebanon negotiations in Washington, though Netanyahu has rejected an immediate ceasefire. On the data front, Friday's March CPI report will be critical, the first major inflation reading capturing the war's impact on energy prices. Expect a noticeable jump from petrol costs. For earnings, Goldman Sachs reports Monday, followed by J.P. Morgan, Wells Fargo, and Citigroup on Tuesday. Thank you for listening to this update. Reach out to your Kristal advisor for further information or any queries.